Many children of famous stars grow up under intense public scrutiny, but each has their own unique journey and story. When they choose to publicly share their romantic orientations, these stories not only generate attention, but also spark broader discussions about understanding, respect, and the right to live authentically. In today's video, we'll explore 45 children of celebrities who have bravely shared their personal journeys and garnered worldwide attention. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next videos. Zaya Wade, daughter of former NBA star Dwyane Wade and actress Gabrielle Union, came out publicly in 2020. Her story quickly garnered attention across the United States, not because of controversy or conflict, but because of one more striking element: the clear, strong, and loving support she received from her family from the very beginning. Instead of choosing silence in the face of media scrutiny, Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union proactively and openly shared their family's journey. They repeatedly emphasized that their greatest priority as parents was loving, protecting, and respecting their daughter, even if it meant facing widespread public scrutiny and commentary. This frankness helped many families in America, especially parents and grandparents, better understand often misunderstood concepts related to gender identity and personal identity. One of the most memorable moments at the NAACP Image Awards was when Dwyane Wade shared heartfelt words about his daughter. He emphasized that a father's role isn't about directing or imposing a path, but about accompanying, listening to, and helping his child find the strength to walk their own journey. These simple yet sincere words quickly resonated and touched the hearts of many. The message the Wade family conveyed showed that raising children isn't about expectations or imposition, but about understanding and enduring love. Their openness opened up more meaningful conversations about family, education, and acceptance in modern society. With the strong support of her parents, Zaya Wade became a prime example of the importance of emotional security within the family. Her story shows that when a child is listened to and respected, the family can become a solid foundation that helps them confidently navigate life. For audiences of all generations, the Wade family's story delivers a simple yet profound message. When love and understanding lead the way, its impact extends beyond the family, contributing to more positive and humane changes in society. Chaz Bono, the only son of American entertainment icons Sonny Bono and Cher, grew up in the spotlight with constant media attention. Almost his entire upbringing was in the public eye, making his journey of self-discovery and understanding both unique and stressful. Being born into a famous family brought many opportunities, but also meant that any changes in his personal life were constantly scrutinized and discussed. In the 1990s, Chaz publicly came out as lesbian and quickly became a familiar face in the LGBTQ+ community. At a time when being true to oneself was still met with much prejudice, that decision required considerable courage. However, over time, he realized his experience extended beyond just sexual orientation, deeply intertwined with his gender identity. In 2008, Chaz began his gender transition and later publicly identified himself as a transgender man. This personal journey is documented in the 2011 documentary Becoming Chaz, offering viewers an authentic glimpse into the emotional, physical, and family-related changes one undergoes during this transition. For many viewers, particularly older audiences, the film provided an opportunity to better understand an experience often misunderstood or oversimplified in the media. Instead of controversial approaches, Chaz's story offered a relatable and deeply human perspective on the journey of self-discovery. Through his openness and vulnerable moments, he helped many people better distinguish between sexual orientation and gender identity. thereby expanding social dialogue in a deeper and more nuanced way. In addition to the documentary, Chaz also published a memoir where he shared more details about his journey, offering empathy and encouragement to those facing similar questions in their lives. One of the most emotionally rich aspects of his story is the transformation over time in his relationship with his mother, Cher. From initial doubts, she gradually became a strong and open supporter, showing love and acceptance for her son. Chaz Bono's journey is therefore not only a story of personal identity, but also a testament to the power of perseverance, authenticity, and family love in changing how people understand and connect with each other. For decades, Jamie Lee Curtis has been admired by audiences for her strong personality and captivating on-screen presence. From her iconic role in Halloween to works like True Lies, and especially her Oscar-winning performance in Everything Everywhere All at Once, her career is a testament to enduring talent, discipline, and lasting vitality in the film industry. However, in recent years, many viewers, especially parents and older generations, have come to appreciate her even more for a very ordinary yet profoundly human aspect: her love and support for her family. When her daughter shared about her gender identity, Curtis responded with calmness, love, and acceptance from the outset. For her, it wasn't something special or unusual, but simply a natural motherly reaction. In numerous interviews, she has consistently emphasized that a parent's core responsibility is to love, protect, and stand by their children, regardless of circumstances or external pressures. Curtis also candidly acknowledges that understanding gender identity issues is sometimes a learning process, especially for older generations. However, she believes the most important thing is openness, a willingness to listen and respect for others' experiences. This attitude has helped her connect with a wide audience, many of whom are also seeking to support and understand their children in a rapidly changing world. With the credibility built over decades of her career, Jamie Lee Curtis has used her voice to emphasize the importance of respect, safety, and dignity for all, particularly those who frequently face prejudice or misunderstanding. Her sharing wasn't confrontational, but stemmed from the simple perspective of a mother wishing for her child to live in peace and acceptance. For many older viewers, her story offered a relatable perspective. Supporting a family member isn't a matter of opinion, but a direct expression of love and responsibility. When parents choose to stand by their children, they are not only protecting an individual, but also contributing to fostering empathy between generations. Jamie Lee Curtis's story thus demonstrates how genuine love can bridge differences. Through her patience, understanding, and maternal affection, she reminded us that the greatest value of a person lies not only in fame or awards, but also in the ability to choose kindness, empathy, and acceptance in daily life. There are moments in an artist's life when their story transcends the confines of film, opening up deeper dialogues within society. For Elliot Page, sharing his personal story became such a milestone. For audiences familiar with him through his standout roles in Juno and Inception, this sharing was not only surprising, but also evoked powerful emotions. It wasn't simply a personal announcement, but a gateway to a broader conversation about human identity and empathy. However, this journey actually began much earlier. In previous years, Page had openly discussed his sexual orientation, becoming one of the few faces in commercial cinema to choose to be true to himself even as his career was gaining widespread attention. That openness not only demonstrates personal courage, but also helps clarify two concepts often misunderstood in society: gender identity and sexual orientation. One relates to who we are, the other to who we love. Page's journey thus becomes the intersection of these two narratives. Choosing to live authentically, initially as a gay man and later as a transgender man, has helped many understand the diverse experiences within the LGBTQ+ community. At the same time, it has evoked empathy for the difficulties many face in seeking acceptance and respect. What makes Page's letter so impactful is not its dramatic nature, but the sincerity and calmness in each word. He acknowledges the pressures and anxieties that can come with living publicly, while expressing deep gratitude to those who have supported and stood by him. A crucial message is always present in those shared words: the hope that public attention can become a bridge to broaden understanding and respect between people. The positive reactions from colleagues, friends, and a wide audience also show that society has changed significantly compared to the past. For many generations of viewers, Page's story is a reminder that individual identity is always profound and unique. And no matter how times change, values such as compassion, respect, and human dignity remain enduring, transcending all boundaries. Over the years, Laverne Cox has become one of the most influential and prominent figures when it comes to the presence of transgender people in American entertainment. She is widely known for her role as Sophia Bursette in the hit Netflix series Orange is the New Black. This role quickly became a significant milestone in modern television history. In a context where transgender characters on screen are still scarce and often portrayed in one-dimensional stereotypes, Laverne Cox brought a completely different image. Her character was depicted with psychological depth, humanity, and clear dignity, allowing audiences of all generations to empathize with and better understand the authentic experiences behind the story. Her contributions were later recognized with a historic milestone when Cox became the first openly transgender person to receive an Emmy nomination in an acting category. This recognition not only reflects her artistic talent, but also marks a significant step forward in her journey toward diversity and inclusion in the entertainment industry. However, Laverne Cox's influence extends beyond film. For years, she has leveraged her voice and public attention to speak out on important social issues such as discrimination, violence, and the barriers faced by the transgender community. Her insights are not dry theories but stem from personal experiences, making her message relatable, authentic, and impactful. Beyond her acting career, Cox is also involved in producing content to raise awareness. She served as executive producer for the Emmy Award-winning documentary Laverne Cox Presents, The T-Word, which focuses on the stories of young transgender individuals and their journey of self-discovery and growth. Furthermore, she frequently appears at public forums and universities, where she shares her views with a calm, empathetic, and respectful demeanor. To audiences of all generations, Laverne Cox represents an image of progress intertwined with compassion, demonstrating that courage, talent, and sincerity can contribute to lasting cultural change over time. Hunter Schafer quickly established herself as one of the most prominent and highly regarded young faces in modern entertainment. She gained global recognition for her role as Jules Vaughn in the television series Euphoria, where she portrayed a transgender teenager exploring love, personal identity, and the delicate emotional complexities of adulthood. Her performance was powerfully impactful, natural, authentic, and emotionally profound, offering a rare glimpse into primetime television. For many American viewers, including parents and older generations, this role opened up a more humane and nuanced perspective on personal experiences rarely portrayed with such sensitivity. Instead of simplistic stereotypes, the character of Jules was built with multiple layers of emotion, reflecting the hope, confusion, and yearning for self-discovery of youth. Before venturing into acting, Schafer had already made a name for herself in the fashion industry, appearing on numerous major runways and collaborating with prestigious brands such as Dior. However, her impact extends beyond the spotlight. During the production of Euphoria, she worked closely with the screenwriters and producers, sharing personal experiences to contribute to the creation of a more authentic and nuanced character in Jules. This involvement ensured the story was presented with subtlety and respect, avoiding simplistic or inaccurate portrayals. As a result, Jules is not just a character in the plot, but also represents many aspects of modern society. Hunter Schafer's interest in social issues actually began very early. As a teenager in North Carolina, she spoke out against policies perceived as restricting transgender rights, demonstrating courage and social awareness even before becoming a public figure. Today, alongside her artistic endeavors, Schafer continues to engage in social dialogue through interviews and public events. She often shares her views with a calm and thoughtful demeanor, giving audiences of all generations a better understanding of the cultural shifts taking place. To many observers, Hunter Schafer represents a new generation in Hollywood, where authenticity and integrity are increasingly valued. Through her artistic talent and active involvement in social issues, she not only inspires young people to live authentically, but also encourages society to approach diverse stories with empathy and compassion. Charlize Theron, the Oscar-winning actress known for her impressive roles in Monster and Mad Max, Fury Road, has long been beloved by audiences for her talent and captivating on-screen presence. However, beyond film, she is also appreciated for a more profound role, that of a devoted mother. In recent years, she has shared a personal story that resonates with many parents and grandparents around the world. Theron recounted that when her daughter was young, the girl clearly expressed her self-perception. In that crucial moment, the actress didn't react with confusion or denial, a common occurrence in some families. Instead, she chose to listen calmly and respectfully. For Theron, a mother's responsibility isn't about shaping who her children should become, but about trusting what they share about themselves and supporting them with genuine love. As her daughter grew older, Theron decided to share this experience publicly. Her purpose wasn't to attract attention, but to affirm her child's right to live with dignity and respect. She emphasized that every child deserves to feel safe, accepted, and unconditionally loved within their own family. For many older families, Theron's story offers a gentle and accessible perspective on parenting. Raising children isn't about control or making decisions for them, but about creating an environment where they can grow with confidence and a sense of security. Through her candid yet nuanced sharing, Charlize Theron showed that parental love doesn't need grand pronouncements. It's most clearly demonstrated through their enduring presence and willingness to stand by their children, especially during times when they need to be listened to, understood, and protected the most. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video until the end. Your support is a great motivation for the channel to continue sharing more meaningful and interesting stories. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos. Please leave your comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you, and see you in the next videos.